What's up, everybody? Well, I'm back. It's Wally. We're back here with Speedway Stories. How's everybody been? Sorry on the hiatus and everything else. Like I said in my other video, everything going on. What's going on, Brittany, Chaka, Blaze? What's happening, guys? Um, yeah, I'm back. It's time to get the ball rolling on this and stuff with everything that's been going on. So I'm gonna give you a recap on a couple past weekends on the motorsports world and everything else. And thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. I know it's a little late for most people to do the show and everything else. So, but yeah, I'm gonna give it read updates and everything else on, like I said, the last 2 weekends of the motorsports world and everything else, and get back into the role of getting the shows going for everybody and everything else. That's everybody. Just been busy and everything else with work and stuff. What's been going on? So, how's everybody been? Recap, we're gonna go from back 2 weekends ago, dealing with a local show that was for Demolition Derby and everything else. I had some close people I know through the Derby. It was held here in Norwalk, Ohio, and group of guys I used to Derby with and stuff. It was called Maple City Madness. It was a team show. It was three team members, and they had a packed weekend and everything else up there. Yeah, I had quite a few friends running in that show over the weekend and stuff, and good group of guys ended up that won it and finished second and everything else in the team event. I personally ran with them in the past and stuff when I was doing demolition derbies. I want to shout out congratulations to them, Linky and his son and their teammate, and then of course FYR, Brian Hornsley, Massey, and Austin Gregory. You guys check it out on Facebook. Um, they are some good. There's some derby buddies of mine and stuff, and they've had a hell of a battle to decide who was going to be the winning team out of, I think it was 24 teams that they had entered in that and everything else. So, but yeah, on that and thanks, Brittany. Appreciate it. But yeah, they had a good time. It was a long weekend for everybody. Bill Merritt and his dad and all them at Fair Derby. Uh, they always put on hell of a shows for the demolition derby community around the state of Ohio and stuff. They've got good fair shows and everything else. Um, that and few of my drag. Now we're gonna get into drag racing. A few guys I know through the drag racing community and everything else. They had a good weekend. The last couple weekends racing and everything else. So I mean it turned out good for them and stuff. One Gen 2 garage and stuff. Allison and Tommy and Allison's dad. He did some pretty good stuff in the Super Stock Racing series and stuff. They did good. Tommy and Billy Hoskins had a good weekend at War in the Woods. That was over in Brown County, Indiana. Um, you get a chance, check out Street Racing Channel and Gen 2's YouTube videos. Um, this track's basically out in the middle of the sticks, man. Jeff Thomas put on, once again, watching the live when I could and stuff. He did everything he could, and mad kudos to him and Limpy for being on the light. The icon of street racing from Texas. The man's a legend, still is, always will be. Um, but yeah, Jeff Thomas, man, I want to give you a shout out. Anybody watching this on Facebook and YouTube and stuff, give him a shout out and stuff. You're in your no prep racing world and everything. He did phenomenal to get that race off for the weekend. Um, it was a muddy mess Friday night. The man brought in tons of gravel, everything else, just to make sure everybody got the race for the weekend. It had a good turnout as always, and yeah, got it finished. But yeah, the local guys, Tommy had his truck there, and Billy raced the Falcon and won in 26-inch tire gangster class. Took the Falcon to the winner's circle. Congratulations on that, Billy. Hopefully, you get the OGS 10 and that Nova figured out. But I can't wait to see the Camaro running, man. It's pretty much almost done and stuff. So shout out to you guys. And this past weekend, we had the one of the biggest dirt track races in the country, and a lot of people's opinion for late model dirt track racing. It was called the Dream. It was held down in Eldora, Ohio. Um, Tony Stewart, big NASCAR racer, now NHRA, top alcohol dragster. He owns the track and stuff, and they've been putting this race on for years. And some guys I grew up around and stuff. The next generation's been carrying it on. Donnie Moran's kid, Devin Moran and stuff, and all them. Devin had a decent weekend. He had some motor issues, but big shout out to Jonathan Davenport, first man ever in Dream history to win it 3 years in a row. Um, from posts I've seen on Facebook and stuff, everybody said it was an amazing weekend. That I know that's went to it and stuff and seen pictures and everything. Um, but yeah, they had a great weekend. And then also this weekend for the motorsports side, they started technically the official kickoff for the Ohio State Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. Um, they had a big 2-day event up at Dragway 42 in West Salem, Ohio. It's north of me from my hometown here. And they did a 2-day event. Congratulations to all the winners in that class and people I know that went and pulled and stuff. And ones that had some bad luck that I know personally. Hopefully they get it figured out. You guys got a busy schedule. There's 23 more hooks this season I seen on the schedule. So um, unfortunately one of the guys I know had a very bad mishap. A fuel line let go and everything else, and is in the middle of the pool, and his truck caught on fire and everything else. If you guys are watching on Facebook and stuff, send a prayer out for him. He got away with no burns and stuff. His safety equipment did what it needed, but they're in the process of repairing everything and stuff on his truck. It's Jeff Barker. He used to have Extreme Tech ATV and stuff in Morrow County in Mount Gate, Ohio. Yeah, he had a mishap going through poles and caught the truck in front of the truck on fire and stuff. Hopefully he gets it back together and everything and continues with the season and stuff. So, but yeah, other than that, I mean, it seems like the last 2 or 3 weekends that I've been gone, I've been kind of keeping up with it with the busy schedule I have. A lot of local people been doing good. Um, News broke this last week. Former NASCAR owner, actually Medina, Ohio, used to live in Medina, Ohio resident. Just bought an old dirt track up north from me called Mansfield Motor Speedway. And he's going to revitalize it and bring dirt track racing and stuff back to the Mansfield area, which I think is awesome. They used to be an asphalt track, and they held NASCAR races, stuff like that. His plans within the next 5-10 years, he said, hopefully it'll be. I want him to keep it dirt, but he wants to pave it and everything else, and bring NASCAR races and stuff and big road course races and everything back up there. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, so one of the local tracks that got closed down is getting opened back up. Um, Excited for that. But yeah, the dream of videos I seen from fans and stuff on there back to the Eldora race. Man, there was a lot of good racing, a lot of tight racing and everything else, and made for one amazing weekend, especially for the final day when Davenport won. He actually came from third place and everything else, and took it with the last, like, I think 8 laps. They said ended up getting the lead and everything, and won. And like I said, he's the only man to do it 3 years in a row, so that's a historic feat for himself. But yeah, this summer is going to be. It's got a busy schedule and everything else and stuff keeping up on, and some events the family and I are going to try to make one if we can. Um, but yeah, I'm just glad to be back. Like I said in the last video, it's been kind of rough, but we're surviving. Everybody's here. Um, we're doing good. I'm just glad to get back in the rhythm of things. And like I said, thank you all for your guys' support and all that stuff. So, and sticking with us. And like I said, with Glick, Blaze, and everything being supportive and all that, and understanding and everything. It's been great. But yeah, it's just been one of those deals. I need to get back into this routine. I miss doing it. They've got a few big events coming up. I'm gonna try to catch some lives on and everything else. So I'll have some more for you guys next week on there. Benji, if you're out there watching, man, I know you're probably working or whatever. I've been keeping up on some of the formula stuff, man. It's been an interesting season on that too. Looking up some of the races and information and the movement of team drivers and stuff, buddy, has been insane. I can't believe what's been going on with a lot of the big teams. They've been moving people around. Um, Benji's Benji's one of our regulars on here when he's not swamped with work and everything else, and he's been on the show with me a few times co-hosting, um, talking Formula racing and the other stuff. Man, he really loves that stuff. So getting him his motorsports fix, getting myself that too. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I just wanted to get back in here and give you guys a little updates on certain things and everything. I'm gonna go back. I know I'm jumping around. It's been a minute, but there was 7 classes. We're going to talk truck and tractor pulling. Thanks, Blaze. I appreciate it, man. Um, but yeah, they had 7 classes Saturday night. This past Saturday, they had pro stock tractors, super stock tractors, light pro stock, diesels, diesel trucks, super stock diesel trucks, semis, and the modified 4-wheel drives, which I know a lot of the people in the 2-wheel drive class too. Um, know a lot of people locally and personally that pulls in these classes and stuff, and few of them had a good weekend. And like I said, there was a couple that had some misfortunes that happened. That it's early in the year. Hopefully these are the last that they have for the season. And like I said, the schedule that they run and everything else, they've got 23 more hooks. Some of the tractor guys, they pull 2 different circuits, which is the NTPA circuit and the OSTPA, which are both based here out of Ohio. The NTPA, National Tractor Pulling Association, they do regions and everything else, but they have it split up also in a grand national aspect where it's like big prize money, big trophies. They travel all over. There's a couple big pulls this summer here in Ohio, and coming up actually this weekend is actually they call it the Super Dairy Nationals. It's up in Omaha, Wisconsin, and it's some of the best from all over the United States goes and pulls at this pool. Um, there's a live feed guy's going to do. I'm going to try to catch some of it and everything else and see what happens with that so I can have some more stuff for next week and give you guys some infos and hopefully get some clips and stuff for you to share and everything and get that done. But yeah, other than that, it's going to be a busy summer as long as Mother Nature cooperates and the rain stays away on the good weekends or good days during the week. Um, the motorsports side for me planned is at the end of this month. My my cousin's going to be running. Wife's cousin's going to be running in a rough truck event. At the end of the month, I'm going to try to actually go live. It'll be on my phone on the network. It'll be June 28th. If things work out, I'm gonna go live on the network for the whole event as long as I keep my phone charged up that day and everything else, and give you guys a taste of experience of the world that I enjoy and my family actually enjoys doing. So we're gonna we're gonna try to go live for that. It's all different types of jeeps, trucks, everything else running over a course of jumps and little dirt mounds and everything else. It's pretty neat. I'm gonna give the network a taste of my lifestyle. Um, I know you guys have seen like my reptiles, everything else, and this is the side of the motorsports side. I'm gonna try to this summer, if I can, take you guys live and give you a taste of what I actually enjoy and everything else, and bring you along for the ride. Here, somebody wants to say hi real quick. Say hi to everybody. Hi guys. There's Rachel's. So yeah, she's hobbling around on her scooter. Still not allowed to put, like I said, put weight on it yet. Got an appointment coming up in July. Hopefully then she can be back to where at least she can walk around and not hobble and ride on a scooter. But yeah, other than that, yeah, this summer I got plans. It just varies how things the cards fall. And like I said, most of the events I'm gonna try to take you live. Some of them are local. I actually talked to a couple guys I may have here in a not not it'd probably be the week of the end of the month. On a Monday night, I may have actually one of the local dirt track racers that I know and actually works here local. I'm going to try to have him come on the show and talk about the class he runs and everything else, and give you guys some of his insight and everything, why he enjoys it. And past guests, Corey and his wife and them from We Broke Garage, they just had a successful weekend there a while back, not too long ago. It was called Drop the Hammer. It's a drag and drive event. They completed the whole thing. Took the family Fairlane and his wife's Blazer, and they completed the whole event. So that turned out good. My other former guest, Mr. Dustin Henning, he's had a couple wins and some misfortune on racing. But the gentleman is living up to his word when he was on the show about doing donating his hair and everything else for cancer and stuff, research and everything for like a Lux for Hair kind of deal. I'm gonna get with him. We're gonna set up a time and we're actually gonna try to get it where it's gonna be live on the network on here on Speedway Stories, so everybody can see and everything else. And we're gonna talk some more motorsports, and we're gonna kind of throw in some fishing and hunting and everything else that he enjoys to do too, like the rest of us do, majority of us, especially here when we can do it. But yeah, his season's been okay. He's had a couple rough weekends, and as he says, driver errors. He's red lit on a few of the races and stuff. Um, I'm gonna find out tomorrow if he's actually racing the Street Outlaws event that we're gonna have this coming weekend, also down at National Trail Raceway. The guys from the TV show and stuff are coming. Doing it was called No Prep Kings, and it's now called Speed Promotions. They're coming to Columbus for the weekend, Friday and Saturday. So he's talking about going down and racing index racing down there for that, and we'll see how he does this weekend. Hopefully, he goes some rounds and wins some money this coming weekend. Finally got his bugs worked out. And local track, not too far from me too, got new owners. They've been putting a lot of money back into it. It's called Hilltop Raceway. They they've been having a phenomenal season as well with drivers coming and everything else. They went through, redid all the bleachers, redid the concession stands. I mean, they made it for the fans and the racers out there, and it showed from the results I've seen on Facebook, following their pages and everything. But yeah, it's been an interesting season. Other than Mother Nature's been playing hell with a lot of the racing schedule, racing out. But here recently, last few weekends, that everybody's been able to get out and go racing without having to leave the state or go north or go south to avoid the rain. And the majority of people's been having good success so far early in the season, and some's had, like I said, a few hiccups and stuff, and hopefully it's the last that they have. I mean, you got it any time you have them. um, Motorsports life in general, you'll have your little bumps in the roads, but yeah, we're gonna have a good summer. And like I said, I'm gonna do what I can to do some live stuff and even pre-recorded if I have to, of events I go to or events that a few buddies of mine go to and film for me that I can share on the network and keep you guys in the loop on the motorsports side and stuff. So Other than that, I really don't have much else to talk about today, other than I'm glad to be back. Um, but yeah, I got some, like I said, future plans for this summer. Most of them, some of them are going to try to be live. Um, I'm going to try to avoid the music, everything else. If they play it, I'll pause it and stuff so we don't get no copyright issues. But a few of them aren't too bad about playing music in the background. So, but yeah, I got some rough truck events, some truck and tractor pulling events that I'm gonna try to get to, and like I said, do live on here, bring you guys into my world live. Other than just doing the show, Speedway Stories and stuff with you, take you along for the ride, get you some drivers interviews, the people I know, and talk about sports, the motorsports side. Yeah, so hopefully everybody's been doing good. Had a great weekend. Had a decent Monday to start their week out. We'll catch you guys on Thursday night for Cold Blooded Conversations. I'm gonna give you some updates and everything there, and go from there on Thursday. Tomorrow night, Glick's House of Music. Glick's got a few guests and stuff on. Him and Blaze are doing a combination of movie night and chill and Glick's House of Music. They've former guests that were on for a movie and stuff. They're coming back. Tune in tomorrow night. Check that out. Wednesday nights is still, as far as I know, is still kind of up in the air and everything else on what's going on. Those guys, Glick and Blaze, is working on something. Thursday nights, I'm back, like I said, with Cold Blooded Conversations. We're talking all things reptiles, the reptile community, the laws that they have out for us reptiles and stuff. Because there's some good information I want to share with you guys Thursday night on the show and everything else. Friday night is with Blaze and Michael. Yeah, I'll tell you tomorrow. It's a movie night and stuff. It's movies and chill night and everything. It's been so long since I've been in the groove. I don't know if this next Saturday. I can't remember if Flex got Cash or not. If they do, Cash's Corner will be on around 1 o'clock. They talk Daddy Glick and Cash talk WWE wrestling. And then of course the main stable of the show on Saturday night, the Nonsensical Nonsense. That's where the inmates run the asylum, and we come and have a good time on Saturday nights. And then, of course, Sundays is Unnecessary Roughness, everything sports. It's Glick, Rick, and Derek when he's able to be free, when he's not making music and everything else. He's a former guest of Glick's House of Music. So, and then, of course, we're back here Monday nights with Speedway Stories and everything else. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm glad to be back. Thanks for the support and everything else. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Nonsensical network, different flavor every day. Movie talks, new flicks hitting the display. Microphone magic, musicians spill the praise. From reptiles to motorsports, burning rubber craze. Football clashes, touchdowns, epic plays. News spinning, catching on the latest phase. Gleaming cars, engines roaring up the pace. Street tales, urban stories we embrace. Tune in, every week diverse. Groove to the beats, let the rhythm immerse. Lyrics flowing, ciphers full of verse. Nonsensical network, feel the universe. Interviews buzzing, stars in the circuit. Worlds of tapestry, pieces we interpret. Hip-hop to rap, the flow never stagnant. Reptilian tales, nature's arrangement. Cars with muscle, engines with might. Motorsports roaring, speed in the night. Discussions heated, always a delight. Network of nonsense, but the vibe's just right. Tune in, wait for that beat. Flow so seamless, feeling so sweet. Urban groove